In today's video, Bitcoin broke above 23,500 right here. So far, this level is acting as support. Does that mean that we can see a nice bounce right here and a continuational move to the upside? Or is it still possible for Bitcoin to come down and to break the support levels again? Guys, that's going to be the main topic of today's video. So let's dive straight into it. Of course, before we start, smash up that like button. Very much appreciated. And I want to start off with explaining something about Will Portal. I get a lot of questions from you guys. How to use these charts, where to start, what is the signal, and so on. And I quickly want to share that with you right now, but I also will make some more explanations or more tutorials where I go more in depth on how these charts will work. And we are also right now working on new charts. Well, basically, what's very important, of course, is that these charts are not sole indicators. So you should never use these charts only as an indicator. So when, for example, we are seeing this level going into the green, you shouldn't see that as a only confirmation for a buy signal. No, it should always be combined with something in the price. I think that is important because the price structure with technical analysis remains one of the most important things. Sometimes buying pressure can occur and we can eventually see the price going up, but not as much as we would like to see, or maybe eventually rolling over again. So that's just something very important to watch. Always combine these metrics with the structure of the price. Then I want to show you guys this one. For example, right here, we got a signal. Let's call it a buy signal, because when this line goes over this horizontal green line, it means that there is more buying pressure at this specific moment than selling pressure. How is that calculated? Well, that's calculated through multiple inputs. We have the order books, we have the amount of volume, we have the maker and taker orders. These are all things that are in the equation of this chart. So when this one is going above the green line, it's supposed to say that there is, in the background of the markets, we are seeing buying pressure. And this was a very nice signal. I've been sharing it also over on Twitter, also on my videos right here. This was at the 27th of July at 10 o'clock in the morning. Then when we go to the chart right here and we go to the 27th of July at 10 in the morning, that was right here. Let me mark that for you guys. That was right here. So if you zoom out and we can see, for example, like, okay, we have a nice triangle formation right here. We broke out to the upside. Once we broke out, we got rejected at the resistance 23.5k. Once we are coming back down, we are seeing the momentum indicators, the relative strength index, we are seeing retracing way further than the actual price, which is a bullish sign as well. And then right here, when testing the support and slightly coming off from the support, which was the former resistance, we are seeing on Will Portal that we have a very nice buying pressure going on in the background of the Bitcoin price. So that was definitely for me a reason like, okay, this is a very good moment to open a long position. And eventually we even went higher than I expected, like straight afterwards. But this was a nice signal that Will Portal was already providing us before we actually saw that expressed in the price. So therefore, I think this is a very, very good indicator, but also important to, of course, combine that with structure in the price. And of course, we can also go down. We can have a look at the taker buy sell ratio right here. If we have a look at where was it, around 27th of July right here, we also got these high readings on the 1 hour chart. So this was one at 5 o'clock in the morning, 9 o'clock in the morning, and 2 o'clock in the midday. Let's have a look how that looked in the chart. We got first at 5 o'clock in the morning at the 27th, the 5th. That was right here. Also around that 4 hour chart was going up. We got one at 11th right here, and we got one at 2 o'clock. So we already saw those high readings in the shorter term time frame at the taker buy sell ratio as well right here, which basically means that there's a lot of people buying and opening long positions on Bitcoin. You can also ignore this gray line if you want. You can also only show the moving average. The moving average will also tell you that around right here, around the 27th of July, around 8, 9, 10 o'clock, we are going above the green horizontal line, which is showing us that we are entering higher levels of buying pressure, which basically means that more people are buying Bitcoin also with a premium than people are selling Bitcoin, which eventually could lead to the price going up. So that is just basically how it works, very simply explained, and that's how you can use these charts. Of course, you have these other charts as well we can use. Most important is the buying selling pressure right now, funding rates, and the take buy sell ratio. But I'm working very hard to add new charts to this portal, which is going to be very, very interesting. We are going to add charts for whales as well, where you can actually follow and track whales who have a good track record in the past. So that is a good buying and selling record in the past. So that is something very interesting that's coming up. But yeah, right now that is not live yet, but it will be soon. Maybe in the next coming weeks there will be new charts added. So therefore it's very important, if you want to stay up to date and want to get these alerts, to follow Will Portal over on Twitter. Then guys, I want to go with you to the longer time frames and diving into the shorter term time frames to show you what is happening with Bitcoin. First of all, I want to start on a daily time frame. And like I've said, daily time frame, generally it looks good. We broke above 23,500, but what I don't like right here is that we have this hidden bearish divergence. So the relative strength index is way higher than what we are seeing actually in the price. And sometimes for a certain amount of time that is okay, but eventually we want to see the price catching up and also surpassing that high basically. Otherwise we are left with a hidden bearish divergence, and a hidden bearish divergence, as the name already say it, is actually a bearish thing. Then when we go to the 4-hour time frame, I also think it is, the sign that we are seeing right here is also slightly to be cautious, but not being cautious until we break support. Of course, that's very important, but we do see a bearish divergence. We get kind of a higher high in the price, but in the relative strength index we get a lower high. That is a bearish divergence. During this sideways, we haven't seen the 4-hour coming down that big as of now, but we do see that on the 1-hour time frame, and that is actually what I think is actually looking good. We are coming up right here. We break above 23.5k. We came back, test this level as support. So far we are still holding above this level, and we are seeing, while the price is moving sideways, basically the relative strength index is coming down. So normally there is a bullish sign showing us that the relative strength index is creating space for more bullish momentum. But do take in mind, this is on the 1-hour time frame. I want to be slightly cautious right here. If Bitcoin is going to lose 23,500, then we definitely could be seeing Bitcoin going to lower levels, and that is definitely a moment I want to be very cautious, because that would be a invalidation of breaking back into this bigger falling wedge formation. And right now it's weekend. That's also something you want to take into consideration. It is weekend, liquidity is low. Normally weekend price action is slightly bearish to sideways. Also over on Will Portal, we don't see any extremes right now. We don't have a extreme buying pressure. We don't have negative funding rates. Right here we can also don't see any extreme buying or selling pressure. So I would say right now it is slightly neutral, and we just have to wait whether Bitcoin can see a continuational move to the upside or loses eventually 23.5k. The resistance right now is at roughly 24,100 to 24,200. Guys, that was it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, smash up that like button. Very much appreciated. If you're interested in trading Bitcoin during this formation, I'm recommending multiple exchanges. I have links to these exchanges below this video. If you sign up on these exchanges, you can get an additional bonus if you are interested in that, of course. And make sure to follow me and Will Portal over on Twitter, as we lately sharing a lot of valuable information over there as well. Guys, I want to wish you an awesome weekend, and I hope to see all of you in the next video.